starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a play fake. Lance. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Rolling to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, Mostert. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there. They were starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
They'll they'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 35 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Raiders 14, 49ers 7.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he returns this to the 22. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 7. And this is dropped. Oh, it's in.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if all of a sudden you've got a battle on your hands.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps are able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they reach there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Ayuk to return it. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touch. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And now the rookie's free. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
Well, I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. you got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds. Saved him from a turnover.
Now Carr. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Play action, now it's Lance. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. The final shot here before half for Carr. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon Gaudin.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On play action, now Carr. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack. Off play action. Carr looking downfield for Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mitchell. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Raiders 21, 49ers 14.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Eric Armstead picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Lance.
2nd and 6.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down.
Here's Lance to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Lance. Looking deep for Jennings. And that is incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And Lance will try again on 2nd down. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Off of play action, here's Lance. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 35 yards. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Carr.
At the 23-yard line.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To throw, it's Carr. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Lance now on 1st down. That's Samuel, caught left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Lance a handoff here to Mostert. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
And it's 3rd down.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. A first down run there by Mostert as he'll get this forward for a gain of about 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And now they'll throw with Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders will take over here just shy of the 30. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Carr.
At the 31-yard line.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Niners 28, Raiders 21. Robbie Gould to kick.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Niners have just about sewn up this football game. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the
2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to wind up with a 1st down as he's able to even dive for a little extra yardage at the tail end there.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
It's on target, and it's It's good. From 51 yards out, he drills it. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. So the victory here for San Francisco. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing